last conversation. Like I told you all morning, we're having a conversation on this last hour on retirement wahala. Retirement hell. The BBC Africa Eye has done a report, an investigative report that uncovers corruption in the pension system and identifies what old pensioners have to go through before they get their monies, and some don't even get their monies at all. So we're having this conversation for the next 1 hour, and I'd like you to join us on Facebook. We're live. You can join us there live now on Twitter. Also use the hashtag Morning Crossfire to send in your messages. On Facebook and YouTube, it's Nigeria Info 99.3. So if you're ready, let's go. I've got Katie Mark joining me on the show this morning. Katie, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Now, this investigation by BBC Africa Eye looks into pensions in Nigeria, and you've uncovered quite some things about that shows corruption and an unfair system. So let's start off by you telling me this 5-month-long investigation, what prompted it?
So we were approached by a journalist from Cross River called Adegoke, and his mum was going through this whole process, and he told us his mum was asked to pay bribes. You know, she was retiring. She was a nurse for 27 years. And then when it came for her to retire, she was being asked to pay bribes. So he decided that, you know, this isn't something, he's a journalist, at least maybe he can try and do something about it. So he approached us and told us the story. And he said that he thought it was happening, you know, that there was a wider story, not just to his mum. So when he approached us, we asked him to keep doing some digging. We asked him if he'd be willing to wear a hidden camera to capture what he said was happening, and he did. And we saw him going into these offices and officials asking him for bribes, you know, to get the money that she is owed. It's not the government, it's her money.
Right.
So there's no reason that she should be paying anybody to get that money, you know. So that's how, when he brought that to us and we started, we opened it up and we found that it was it was everywhere. We could find so many people. Everybody knows somebody who has been struggling to get their pension.
Right. So, you know, tell me some of the things that you found out specifically. I'm looking at a brief of this report, which will be, the video will be released very soon. I believe that's happening today.
Yeah, now already. It's on YouTube. It's on our website, on BBC. Yeah, Twitter, you can watch it.
All
BBC,
right.
yeah.
Oh, great. So you can go ahead and watch the video. But let's do a summary of what this undercover reporting has unveiled. Like you said, it wasn't just focused on one person. There were various individuals that you interviewed. So tell us, if you can give us instances of these dehumanizing experiences that some of the pensioners had to face.
So we met one man. He was living like 6 hours outside of Calabar. So what they do is, you know, they put them on this list called ghost pensioners, where they say they're dead and they have to prove they're alive, right? And in this process, because we don't have a good digital management system, you know, everyone has to go to Calabar, like no matter how far you live. So we met this guy. And, you know, if you're old, it's hard for anybody, but you're old, you're 80, you're trying to get to Calabar on a bus. Anyway, he said he's been there 5 times to Calabar from where he was in in Cross River State. He doesn't have any money, so he can't sleep anywhere. So he's sleeping outside on the floor, right?
Wow.
And he's, you know, because they don't, you know, who has the money? They haven't been paid any pension. So now they're trying to go and prove they're alive with no money, you know. And he said he stays there for up to 2 weeks sometimes, up to 2 weeks with not knowing anybody there, nowhere to stay. He's he's old. He still hasn't been paid. He said there's another guy that said that they were shouted at when they went to go and prove they're alive, and they had to. And they were told that if they didn't apologise, this one a pensioner told us, he was told if he didn't apologise, the Auditor General told him that she wouldn't start giving him his pension. Like, your pension shouldn't be dependent on apologising to any.
Absolutely.
It is a right.
Absolutely. It's her money.
Yeah. So, and you know, we shouldn't have a system where you have to be someone's friend to get your pension. Anyway. So this, you know, we heard a lot of incidences, and they started a protest. So it's not just that we heard it; they protested. They said they weren't going to take it anymore. And you know, for pensioners to start protesting or assist is what they did. So there was a lot of, you know, on this list there were hundreds of names of ghost pensioners, people who had to prove they're alive. There was a woman that's been trying for 2 years. 2 years. Imagine not having anything to live on for 2 years. So that's what happened. Yeah.
So, this makes me think about the link between the fear of not getting your pension money and corruption. So, if people think when after all, when I'm done serving the country, when I'm done with my work, I have to keep going around to try to get my pension. Did you find a link? I mean, the corruption that the pension officials displayed in that video, do you see it tied to their personal affairs of being on the other side, also having to queue up for their own monies?
Well, first of all, I'd say, yeah, I mean, you make a really good point, because I want everyone, it seems this isn't just about old people, it's about everybody, because if this system isn't fixed, when it comes to us getting our pensions, we also, we won't get it either.
Yeah.
So anyone young working now, paying into a government pension system, this is going to affect you, because the country owes so much money, billions, to pensioners. The link, in this particular case, we looked mainly in Cross River. So we weren't able, we asked the officials, we asked the governor, we asked the auditor general, we asked the women we caught whether they'd come on and respond to us and tell us why this was happening. We approached them so many times, they all decided that they didn't want to speak to us. Although now that this instance has come out, that we're seeing reaction, right? But what we try to show is that while people are suffering, politicians are getting the pension packets they get are huge, right? There are laws that are passed so that they can give themselves money. And these laws aren't open to the public, which they should be. They're public laws, So we have places where the governor can get 4 times his annual salary. He can get a car every 4 years. He can get 2 houses. His medical bills are covered. And they always get paid, right? Ordinary people aren't getting paid. And we interviewed Senator Shehu Sani, and he told us that a governor's pension packet could take care of 3,000 or 4,000 people, civil servants. That's one man getting something that could go to 3,000 or 4,000 people.
Wow. That's quite a lot of money. However, there was a change in the pension system. There was a Pension Act 2004 that changes everything, that began the contributory pension system, where it's mandatory for your employer to contribute as well as take a part of your money, 7.5% to make up a 15%. So did you try to compare these older citizens who were under the previous pension system and the new pension system? Is there a variance in how people get their monies now?
What we decided to do is just focus on civil servants, because obviously, like you said, there has been a change, and we know that in the private sector, especially, that government has compelled companies to pay in, the contributory pension scheme. So we had, because we weren't really looking at that aspect, we were just looking at civil servants, right? It was hard to compare, but we know just through doing our own research, pensions isn't running smoothly really across the board, right? Because private companies can, if they don't pay, there's supposed to be some sort of consequence, but we haven't really seen any consequences. But we personally were just looking at the public government workers, and we found that it didn't really matter what was across state. When we first started researching, then we concentrated on Cross River. We found people all across in every state. There was really a problem. Now, some states are doing better than others, and some states are trying to do something about it. But it's hard to get that information. We worked with an organization that was trying to get the information of how much each state owed and what laws the governors had passed for themselves. And they weren't available. This is CIRAP, which is an accountability organization. They have to go to court to get laws that should be public,
Yeah.
It's a system that we hope this will change.
Okay. So the Pension Act 2004, 2014 thereabout in Nigeria, 2004, I think that change began. Actually covers both the private and the public sector. The government is also mandated to contribute 7.5% and take 7.5% from the worker and make up a 15.5% that's supposed to give you a good life when you do retire. So let me open up the phone lines and listen up to some of our listeners. So if you have older citizens who are yet unable to access their pensions, what's it like for you? What's it like for them? You can join the show when you call 0700 993 993 993. You can also join us on our live feed on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. If you're joining on Twitter, the hashtag is Nigeria Info MCF, so that we can get your comments there. This report is currently out now, so you can watch it on YouTube. If you search for retirement hell, or just go on to BBC Africa Eye and you'll find the report there. So let's kickstart the conversation right now. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Bayo.
Bayo, thank you for calling.
Okay, well, to me, as far as I'm concerned, the pension scheme and management in this part of the world is not encouraging. But if I may use that word, it is scam. Because, and I would rather advise the government, of course, if they would do that, let them remodify and let them formulate another strategy to which, this pension system will work. Because the current system now and the policy surrounding it is not favorable, to the pensioners. First of all, of course, we have the backlog of or age-long, experience of people dying, before collecting their this thing. We have cases whereby, haven't worked for their all their active years, and in their, of course, for that main purpose age group, the state majority of them, almost dying or even dying in the course of, getting their pension paid to them. Some collapses, while on queue and all that. The process. So you now imagine that why not just even collect my money in my active life and let me go with it, even if I thought they are going to let them collect their money. Why are they even deducting? Why are they removing? Because of course we say fine at the age at old age or at a time whereby one will be less active, and yet this thing will not be given to them at that appropriate. So even some that are even deceased already now, they are what's it called, children and all that, they are not even able to get this thing thereafter. So what's the point?
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling. So this opens up a conversation. I said the line's buzzing. I'm coming back to you in a minute. So this opens up the conversation around, and with your investigation, Katie, do you think it's a better deal if the government says, all right, we're not saving your money for you. You have your full salaries and do whatever you want with it. The idea of a pension is to help the workers save some money against retirement and then pay them back on a monthly basis so they can have a lifelong financial plan. So, what do you think?
I think pensions are really necessary. If it works properly, it's what you need, right? Because it's hard for people. You don't know at least if you're putting it away every month, and if you have to put it away every month, and it was working properly, you know that you can retire, and it should be we just need it to work properly. That's all.
Absolutely.
I think it's hard to do it yourself and every month do 7.5%, especially if you're struggling and all of that. So no, I think that we should be able to do it, and we should be able to trust the government to keep it and invest it and give it back to us like happens in other countries.
Absolutely. Biadu is on the line from Isola. Good morning, Biadu.
Oh, good morning. Nice to get in touch with you.
Thanks for calling.
I'm a Lagos State retiree. I retired 2017.
Okay.
And it took me 3.5 years before I could get my pension and my gratuity. I retired under the new pension scheme. You get what I'm saying? It took me 3.5 years. No pension, no gratuity.
What was the delay? Did you ask why you weren't paid in all of that time?
That's the normal thing for everybody in this state.
3.5 years before you get any money?
Yes. Before you get, as soon as you retire, nothing is coming into your account again. And you have to wait 3.5 years.
So what were you doing? How did you survive in 3.5 years?
Oh, thank God that one has a kid.
Oh.
That you have worked, but it's like you are even punishing your children. And by the time the gratuity was paid, they paid 25% of what you were entitled to, and they will now spread the remaining amount. Either you are going with withdrawal scheme or annuity. but they will just pay you 25% of what you are entitled. If you are entitled to 20 million naira, they will pay you 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? That is the normal thing for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So pensioners are really suffering in this country.
So how much do you get on a monthly basis right now for your pension?
Right now, I'm getting less than 80,000. But before I retired, I was on almost 400,000.
Monthly salary?
Yeah. Monthly pension. It is not. Yes. Before I retired, I was on almost 400,000.
And now you're getting 80,000 naira per month.
Yes, less than 80,000.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Because
thank you very much.
The remaining amount after they have paid your 25% lump sum will now be spread.
Yeah.
Maybe depending on the number of years you are going to live, which shouldn't be. It's like putting us under another, as if we entered another employment.
Thank you very much for sharing. I'm sorry, but let's speak with Onyeke, who's been on the line for a while. Thanks for calling from Costain. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, the presenter.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
My name is Onyeke Marvelous. I'm a retired superintendent of police.
Okay. Welcome. When did you retire, sir?
I retired August 2018.
2018. So what's your experience with your pension?
2018.
Yeah, what's your experience?
So the issues are like this. After my retirement from service, in fact, before the retirement, I had an health issue. I went through spinal cord operation.
Okay.
So, but then I retired. I tried to access the police pension. It was not possible. But God helped me. I was good while I was in service. So people who heard about me, civilians, they formed committee of friends and assisted my listening. So it was unheard of even by the doctors. So on waiting to collect my pension after 2018. So in 2019, I was called to come and sign the consent of payment, that is in lieu of payment. So when I went there, I know that there are fraud in the pension scheme. So because there is with the contributory pension, I had to make sure that all my pay slips since 2004, when the pension started, that I was keeping my monthly pay slips every year till 2018 until retirement. I have a master's degree in business administration, and I was running my PhD in corporate planning and strategy. So I wanted to catch them very well. So I kept all this. So when I now went, I demanded to see the details of transaction. Being somebody who had been doing calculations pertaining to pension, annuity, and every other thing. So I wanted to know how they arrived at the figure they recommended for me. And it was too small, even for a junior officer. So when I went through the details of transaction, it was so small, but goodly I can read. I was able to discover that what they were remitting into my account as my contribution, that the employer contribution, was 2,114 naira. Whereas as at that time I was an SP, what my payslip board that they were removing was 11,500.
And they were paying 2,000 naira instead of 11,500.
2,500. Then I produced all of. Then I looked at other columns. The same thing steadily. So I then brought out my document. I have two copies of my listing pay slip, and I now showed them column what they are removing. They shouted, and they referred me to national pension.
Okay. So were you able to resolve the matter?
Let me come now.
Because of time, I need to go on a break quick. I don't want the advert to cut you off.
No, the issue there that I wrote to everywhere. The issue was not resolved. So I now sent all this material to WhatsApp. When they heard about it, that money which they put 2,000 for every month. Government will put 2,000.
So have you been able to resolve this matter right now?
There is nothing I've never done.
But you have not been able to resolve it?
I've not been able to resolve it.
All right, thank you very much. I'm due for a break right now. Don Baba is on the line. Don Baba, do you want to hold on for me to go on this break and return? Or do you want to call back? Okay, I think he's gone. So, Katie, please hold the line. I'm due for a break right now. I'll be right back so we can wrap up this conversation and take a few more calls. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. The Morning Crossfire is live on Facebook and YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. I'll be back after the break. Use the hashtag Nigeria Info MCF on Twitter.
A multinational company in Lekki, Lagos is massively recruiting independent sales executives that own a car and a valid driver's license. Are you ready to work with the company with the most history worldwide? Are you ambitious, a smart worker? Do you have a great attitude? Ready to take your career to the next level? Here is an opportunity for you. Please call 0815 705 0505 or 0905 637 4258 to book for an interview.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Rama. You just dey come. Me, I don't break my fast though. With the food, where they give us for here. In fact, now so queue with you before we collect time.
So, all this stress on top say you want collect fruit for breaking fast. Don't worry yourself. Because me don't get get fruit from Adron Homes. You remember I tell you about the Ramadan promo. You save it benefit from Adron Ramadan promo package. With chicken money like 25,000 naira initial deposit. You go get food pack or shopping voucher and even spread the payment within 24 months. You no finish for there. For every land where you buy, you sef go collect gift. If you can't pay 1 million income, you go collect food pack, bag of rice, goat, and even shopping voucher. Take join body. Hey, waiting you they wait for. Oh yeah, sharply go Adron Homes. Make you sef benefit from the Ramadan promo. For more Tori, make you call us for 0816 548 2627 or 0803 488 3095.
Hey, Oga and Madam, you don't see the room now. Make I show you the toilet where you could share with the other neighbors.
Now the toilet be this.
What's the apple?
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean, come white like this,
Yes, now. The hypo toilet cleaner that they use to clean and kill the yama jams come out.
Hypo toilet cleaner? Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with Hypo Toilet Cleaner to keep it sparkling clean and gem-free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only. Madam, now 2 years land on one collect.
We go pay for 6 years,
Hypo.
Brain friend, brain friend, brain friend. A friend to your...
There's a saying, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Permit me to introduce a friend that's not so regular. Brain Friend. It's the best e-learning solution with over 70,000 practice questions and answers, over 60 subjects in primary and secondary schools, easy to use study now usage and performance tracking, videos and animated lessons, plus many more. For more information, visit app.brainfriendonline.com or call 0817-860-3454 or 0703-058-6385. Brain Friend. Learn better, make excellent grades.
Brain friend, brain friend, brain friend. No mistakes. Make excellent grades. I got my brain friend. Excellent grades. I got your brain friend.
Hey, Oga and Madam, you don't see the room now. Make I show you the toilet where you could share with the other neighbors.
Now the toilet be this.
What's the apple?
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean, come white like this,
Yes, now. The hypo toilet cleaner that they use to clean and kill the yama jams come out.
Hypo toilet cleaner? Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with Hypo Toilet Cleaner to keep it sparkling clean and gem-free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only. Madam, now 2 years land on one collect.
We go pay for 6 years,
Hello, good afternoon. How may I help you, please?
Yes, I would like to buy data to watch plenty videos. You know now, music, sports, in short, everything on YouTube.
What is your budget, sir?
As low as possible.
Well, how does 50 naira for an hour sound?
50 naira for 1 hour? Ha! Talk true.
Yes, with Glow YouTube plan, you can stream all your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira.
Hey, what do I do?
Simply dial *777# to get started.
Get those super affordable YouTube time-based plans from Glow and start feasting on your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira for 1 hour during the day and 50 naira for 5 hours at night. Dial star 777 hash, select data, select social bundle, and select YouTube to choose the Glow YouTube plan that's just right for you. Glow Unlimited.
Life is for the living, so be careful what you're giving. Wash your hands and keep your distance. Give life a fighting chance. Wear your nose mask on your faces. Stay away from crowded places. Keep your surroundings clean. Maintain good hygiene. Keeping hands from touching faces. For our loved ones, friends, and family. Stay alert and stay alive. Join the fight to save the world so we stay alive. This message is from the University of Lagos Center for Housing and Sustainable Development, sponsored by the Arts and Humanities Research Council.
Charles!
United
Yes,
Kingdom.
mommy! Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs. But I can't see any germs here. They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypo Bleach.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Rama. You just dey come. Me, I don't break my fast though. With the food, where they give us for here. In fact, now so kill we kill before we collect time.
So, all this stress on top say you want collect fruits for breaking fast. Don't worry yourself because me don't get get fruit from Adron Homes. You remember I tell you about the Ramadan promo. You sef fit benefit from Adron Ramadan promo package. With chicken money like 25,000 naira initial deposit, you go get food pack or shopping voucher and even spread the payment within 24 months. You no finish for there. For every land where you buy, you sef go collect gift. If you can't pay 1 million income, you go collect food pack, bag of rice, goat, and even shopping voucher. Take join body. Hey, waiting you they wait for. Oya sharply go Adron Homes, make you sef benefit from the Ramadan promo. For more Tori, make you call us for 0803 556 4317 or 0802 325 5398.
Charles! Yes, mommy! Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs. But I can't see any germs here. They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypo Bleach.
Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome back from that break. We're still talking pensions and retirement issues, basing a conversation on a report, an investigative report, the Africa Eye, and I've been discussing with Katie Mark about this investigation and what they've been able to uncover. For some really before you go, Katie, you said that you reached out to government officials regarding this report. They denied response.
Well, we gave them the right to reply. We put our findings to them that they were withholding pensions for no legitimate reason, and they declined to respond. So we didn't hear anything back from them.
We're hoping that your report is going to really spur more conversations, and maybe government officials would have a sit down and critically look at the issues on ground. Katie, thank you very much for joining the Morning Crossfire this morning, and great work you're doing with your team.
Thank you so much. I appreciate having us on.
All right, and you too. Okay, Nigeria, the conversation continues right here. You tell me your experiences with pension in Nigeria, whether you were, excuse me, you're under the old pension scheme, migrated to the new one, or you started under the new scheme. For those of you who are retired right now, what's your experience like? I know the government comes around to say there are a lot of ghost pensioners. We're trying to weed them out. And this report also talks about a lot of people who are still alive and they've been marked ghosts and the names removed from the pensions. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello,
Good morning.
Emimo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Lota.
Welcome, Lota. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Okota.
All right, go ahead, please.
Okay. Just recently, my dad got back into the country. That was 2 months ago. They stopped paying him pension since last year and said he has to come to Abuja for identification. So that was why he had to come back. And last month, early April, my brother took him to Abuja for the verification. This is a man that could barely walk.
Oh.
So he now took him to Abuja for the verification. And fortunately enough, they were able to fill some forms. And then he came back. But up till now, he's not even gotten any alert for even the arrears they are yet to pay him. And for the month of April that just passed. That aside, my mom, I have gone to Oka twice to collect her pension for her. She retired as a secondary school principal, and her pension was 5,400 naira.
What?
Yes, she gave me her details. And even before she was able to send me, she had to tell the pension officer there that, please, I won't be able to make it. I'll be sending my daughter.
Why is the money not paid into her bank account?
They pay them hand. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. When I got there, you will see sick people in cars.
Wait. What state is this again?
Anambra.
They pay them by hand? They have to come physically?
They have to come physically. When I got there, honestly, I wanted to cry. See, old people, no chairs will be provided for them. Some will be sitting inside gutters. God is my witness. I have witnessed this twice. So when I now got there, my mom told me up front, after she pays you, please give her the 400 naira on top of the 5,400. And I was like, Mom, why? She said, my daughter, if you don't give her, next time she will not pay me. I thought it was a joke. When it now got to my turn, I gave the lady my mom's details, her ID card and everything. After verifying, she said, okay, I remember her. How is she? I said, she's fine. As soon as she now paid me my money, I now saw that in her drawer, the third drawer, this yellow and black nylon was open there. And that was where she was putting the money she was collecting from pension.
Oh, my goodness.
Honestly speaking, I've been meaning to say this. So she now gave me 5,400 naira, 2 notes of 200 naira and 1,000 naira 5. I now gave her the 400 naira. She now collected it and put it inside the nylon and said, oh, thank your mom for me. Then there was this man, a very old man that was very frail, that she was about to pay. So I was still hanging around, like I was trying to put the money inside my bag and everything. She now paid this man 700 naira, 500 naira and 200 naira notes.
Why?
Was what she gave this man. Yes, this man's pension was 700 naira. And this
700 naira?
I am telling you the gospel truth. This is before my very eyes. It's not about story. She now gave this man a 500 naira note and a 200 naira note. And this frail old man gave her back 200 naira and she collected it quickly. Papa, thank you.
What?
And she dropped it inside the nylon. This is a woman that earns her salary. This is a woman that knows what these old people go through. 700 naira was this man's salary. She collected 200. My mom's was 5,400. She collected 400.
Thank you so much for sharing. Let me speak with Paul from Ikorodu, who's been on the line for quite a while. Paul, thanks for holding the line.
Thank you very much, Wemimo. Good
Heartbreaking
morning.
report this morning. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you. I want to share a personal experience. I'm a first-time caller.
Yeah, thanks for calling today.
Even though I listen to you every day from 5 a.m.
Thank you.
This issue is very topical and also emotional to me.
Yeah.
Because I work in the private sector, because most of these pension problems are not limited to public service.
Yeah.
In the private sector, in our own case, we were booted out of office, that's termination of appointment, since 2014. And eventually, the last batch of workers were booted out in 2016. And until now, as we speak, they shut down and both pension and gratuity, nothing paid. Up till this moment.
Is that because they did not remit any money to your pension administrator?
What they did, they remitted to a point, but for a long time, they were deducting from salary but not remitting.
Oh, they were not remitting the ones they deducted from your salary.
They deducted.
Neither did they contribute their own part.
Neither did they contribute their
link from you.
Yes, that's part of the company's properties. The directors sold, and they went under. Nothing hard till today.
Oh my goodness. So how are you coping?
It's difficult. Because, quite a good number of us with health challenges and all that. These are people, some of them serve 25 years, 30 years, 32 years, some 35 years. And that's the plight of the workforce today.
I'm so sorry. I mean, that's all I can say. It's pretty just sad. Meg is on the line from Lekki. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
How are you doing with Mimo?
Well, I don't know how I'm doing actually, because I just don't know. I don't know.
It's very sad, but the story that the second to the last caller shared is very true. My mom is in Delta State, and then she also is a pensioner. She retired as a nurse, and then the back and forth come to Asaba, come to this place, and at a point I told my mother, don't even bother. It's not like I can't take care of you. How much is this? But do you know what? They still want to go.
Yeah, because it's their money. It is their money. No, it's not. See, it's not being donated to them. It's not goodwill donation.
Yes,
it's their money. It's their money. You know how they feel when you take their money, you don't give it back to them.
That's exactly how she feels. But the truth of the matter is, the stress is more than the money, and I can afford it. And I tell her, don't bother. Because some of them go there queue like the other lady said. How do you take 200 naira from an old man
700 naira
to collect 700? And that woman thinks she will live well. No, she will use that money to cure illnesses in her body. She will. And that is what they do. Every hierarchy of government, where Mimo is a place for people to rip people off. Dubiously, to steal money from innocent Nigeria, go to the passport office, go to the driver, just don't name it. There's no government parastatal that serves the people without embezzling or stealing money from innocent Nigerians. It's very sad where we are as a country. Honestly, you go to other parts of the world, you want to do expedited passport, you just pay the regulatory fee.
Yeah.
Even in Nigeria, when you want to get normal passport, normal period, it's hundreds of thousands. Now to even get date to go for interview at the embassy, you pay money for it. You pay money to get a date. This is the country where we are. Institutionalized corruption everywhere.
Thank you, Meg. I need a hot cup of tea, sincerely, because no way. I need some tea. I don't know how that's gonna happen. That's just what I need. Joshua is a first-time caller calling from Ikeja. Welcome to the Morning Crossfire. Such a sad narrative on the show this morning. Joshua, welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Wememo.
Yeah.
And thank you for this topic today. It's really heartbreaking. My mom retired about 3 years ago in Delta State as a teacher, and till today she has not seen a kobo of that money. And like other callers have said, the real challenge here is that the government agencies, they do not remit the funds to the PFAs. And the PFAs are not able to make any payment to these people. So that's where the real challenge is. So what I would like to say is, if there's anything within the act that can force